Thinking out loud. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to another Rebels Capital, aka Negativity with Success. And yes, today we break down every single thing that makes sense to people in terms of what's going on in the stock market, crypto markets, bonds, companies in general that makes billions and billions of dollars. If you like the video, please click like, subscribe. Yes, no, maybe so. Let's fucking go. So now, today is the 20th of July 2026. It's a Monday. So we're going to break down what's really going on is that equities opened mix, as you can see here behind us. So no one knows what to buy, what to sell. The Dow Jones is down. S&P 500 is up by a couple of points. Nasdaq is also up today. Small cap companies are down. And the VIX is playing at, it's down today as well. It's playing at $18. So meaning that it went higher in basic terms, that there's more sellers in the stock market than buys, just to make it sweet, short, and simple for you to understand. And then the other thing is the US dollar today is also higher. It's currently sitting at $100.77. Normally, let me just show you here. And so normally what pushes the dollar to go higher is what you call these news, economic news. So I'm just going to show you there which ones today did. And then yeah, man, so overall today what caused the stock market to be mixed is because of no one knows what to buy today in terms of, like, in general. Since the US and Iran war just started again, and then they started another bomb. So it's just one of those things where your energy companies are gonna go even higher. So like a couple of companies went higher today. I'm gonna go break through that in a moment. So yeah, man, that's what's happening there. That's why everything is just mixed. No one knows what to buy. You buy this, you buy that. Everything is in the red. AI and stock companies are still down today. And then still one of the biggest news today is the mergers and acquisitions in terms of what's buying what. So it's still Strap and Avient is buying PayPal for $53 billion. So that's a joint what you call this, buy, basically. So these two companies, what you call this, Strap and Avient, are buying PayPal, right? So those two companies, that's what they're buying. And then Kruger is acquiring Giant Eagle. That's one of the other companies. And then on other companies like Equifax, I struck a deal with Cyclo de Credito, which is a Mexican company. Equifax is also an insurance company. Remember, it went down a couple of years back because of they got hacked, and a couple of people's information got leaked. And then yeah, man, everyone started selling the shit out that stock. Everyone was pissed off from that hack. So yeah, man, they got hacked maybe like a week, and then after a week they reported to the news that we are sorry. That was a crazy one. But yeah, man, that was one of those companies. And then another company in France called Atletis. Let me show you here. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, Atletis, or is it Lenis, which is a French company. They're also acquiring a company called SFR for $20.35 billion, including their debt. So basically, they're just helping them out. So that's one of the big news in terms of. So yeah, man. Overall, those are the news. And then one last big one is a company called Lockheed Martin, which is one of the biggest companies in the world now, or in the United States, let me be specifically, that gives out weapons to the government, right? So they are like the biggest contractors in terms of if the United States needs any weapons, they get it from this company, Lockheed Martin Corporation. Today is up by 0.49 because of they're buying a company called Ultra, what you call this? Ultra. I'm not sure if it's public though. No, they're not a public company. So yeah, man, they're acquiring a small company called Marine Solutions, Ultra Marine Solutions. So that is mostly because of they have something. They normally have something like Lockheed Martin doesn't have. So yeah, man, they're acquiring that company for specifically. The details hasn't been drawn out. So yeah, man, today's just a confusion of like this one is losing, that one is winning, this one is losing, that one is winning. So, but so far so good. It's just that the AI thing is losing in general because everyone is sick and tired of hearing AI every single fucking way they go, like literally. So yeah, man, that's what's going on today. And then one of the major news is the earnings report, right? Earnings report is the usual what companies have to report after every 4 months, how much money they've made. So far so good. In the first week, right, of July, not even the first week, like we are in mid July, right? So let's say the second week of July, we had banks like JP Morgan Chase, Citibank, Morgan Stanley, and Goldman Sachs and Bank of America, right? They reported earnings, so solid earnings. So they crushed the earnings report. So meaning that they were like one of the biggest ones that beat the earnings. And then today we had a surprise in earnings, which was a company called AMC, a company that offers movies, um, in the cinema. Old companies. Today it's every day. It's one day. They pay the revenue. They increase by that. 1%. That's a big thing actually. It's a big thing. What is the plan on? Still something that's so one of the biggest companies that made $1.6 billion versus the forecast of $1.5 billion, which was good. So yeah, the revenue basically just increased by 14 million, by 14% actually, not 14 million. And then stronger movie attendance and congressive sales help their results. So what they're doing right now to push sales, it's what they're still pushing. But anyway, yep, and yeah, man, that's what pushed it higher today, 20%. So shout out to them, well done to them. And then me was reported earnings. So they also forecast, right? But a couple of people, is people are signing in versus the people who are staying out, just to leave for competition. Going higher, uploading the company, and then a strong, but regardless, they had strong subscription growth. Revenue was beautiful. Advertising revenue continued to improve, and management gave confidence that growth remains healthy. But yeah, man, they will start say more. It comes out at some point today. And another company is called Pizza. Pizza also reported earnings. Beautiful stuff there. In terms of, they also beat the revenue. You can see here it's playing at $5.92. It's up by 4.70%. So yeah, man, they still had strong demand internationally. So yeah, man, not just in the United States that Domino's Pizzas is doing good. So across all other borders, and then also strong order growth, right? And so yeah, man, overall investors saw that the earnings report was very good. So that pushed higher the stock today by 4%. Good, or but like IBM is one of these companies. So 1990s So let's say 1996 until 2000, until that recession thing came in, and everyone was selling the shit out of tech companies. So yeah, man, IBM earnings was that it reported weaker results, and investors were also focused on whatever the up and coming earnings could restore the confidence of the company, because of everything they do is outdated. So what ended up in the end was that even if they beat it, the revenue guidance forward, so for 2026 at the end of December, was very bad. Our profit margins were sinking. Management sounded cautious about the second quarter of 2026. So yeah, man, a lot of people at IBM was outdated. So yeah, man, that's what's happening on the 20th of 2026. So overall, we saw that was that AI winners from so AI winners are going into losers, right? Winners are becoming losers now, and then now punished from stretched valuations. So like your Meta, Apple, Nvidia, they are all like overvalued. So rich. Can these guys still be? Because they're already rich and have more control than off the debt. So just overall, people who made them rich are just pissed off now that, yeah, man, you guys are rich now. There's nothing more you can do. And then I'm a crypto today. Ethereum is high. Has changed. USDC is high by 0.2. XRP is higher by 1.5%. Solana is higher by 2%. Tron, the exchange, is down. Hyperliquid is up by 1%. So yeah, actual game high in general. I'm overall seeing that some note buyers paid $75,000 to 126, right, for Bitcoin. So now they're seeing on losses, while the target for Bitcoin now currently seeing 100,000. And yeah, man, overall Ethereum and XRP are winning quite big. So Gucci foreign and credit activity. Yeah, so the tier is higher at 1% yielding at 5.1, 10 years yielding at 4.6, 5 years yielding at 4.3, and then the 2 years yielding at 4.2%. What that means is that like 10% right? As overall, irresponsible, so no one start more, so buy into yielding company and that you start today. So let the stock go down and go more for like something just more that was fucking horrible. Ciao, bro. Let's go. Shit. Everything is bad, eh? Stop sharing, motherfucker. I just shoot it. Go.